Coming up next on Coverage You Can Count On.
Firefighters across the state and right here in Fort Wayne are mourning the loss of one of their own. Hear what Fort Wayne's chief has to say about the tragedy in New Carlisle. The Noble County prosecutor is working on charges for the man accused of trying to run over a state trooper. We have video of how that manhunt ended. 9 mayors across Indiana and Ohio are joining forces in the hopes of creating passenger rail service from Columbus, Ohio to Chicago. Find out where that train would stop here in Fort Wayne. It's all next on News Channel 15 at 6.
You're watching Coverage You Can Count On. This is News Channel 15's News at 6.
Now at 6, firefighters across Indiana are mourning the loss of one of their own. Good evening, I'm Rachel Banks. The New Carlisle Volunteer Fire Department Assistant Chief was killed while fighting a fire last night in LaPorte County, not far from South Bend. As News Channel 15's Alyssa Ivinson explains, it's a loss that hits home with departments across the state. Jamie Middlebrook had been a firefighter for more than 20 years. He lost his life when the building's roof collapsed on top of him.
Every day we send people into situations in which they could lose their life.
Last night, New Carlisle Volunteer Fire Department Assistant Chief Jamie Middlebrook responded to his last call.
The nature of our duties are real, and the risks that we take are always there.
Middlebrook was setting up a hose inside the large commercial building when the roof suddenly collapsed. He was trapped under the debris. His body was recovered about 50 feet inside the building 3 hours after the roof caved in.
Their brothers and sisters in Fort Wayne are thinking about them and keeping them in their prayers.
When a firefighter is killed in the line of duty, it affects departments across the state and country. The bond at the heart of a firefighter. We're
always there for each other in happiness and sad. So for us, it's just showing our support and sharing our condolences and our appreciation for what that member just did. He lost his life in the line of duty.
This tragedy just 3 days before a fundraiser for the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, bringing home the mission behind the Gulf.
It's a lifelong need that family's going to have, and that's what the foundation is there for. This is why we're doing it, for that guy there, for people here, for the people in Kentucky. That's why we're doing it.
That will take on a very real feeling for the people that are in attendance of that golf outing, and understand that this memorial is about sharing our respect and, again, our appreciation for what these individuals done, which is to make the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty.
Middlebrook leaves behind his wife and parents. His father is also a firefighter on the New Carlisle Volunteer Department. You can learn more about how to support the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation on Wayne.com. The Noble County prosecutor is still trying to decide what charges he's going to file against the man accused of trying to run over a state trooper. That man ended up becoming the focus of a manhunt yesterday. One of our viewers, Josh Harvey, took this video as officers captured Anthony McClellan just before 9 last night.
Get on my head! Quit crying! I'm not resisting! Tony! Give me an arm. Oh. Ah.
Police say McClellan left Albion in a car yesterday afternoon after he was involved in some sort of battery. A state trooper recognized that car and tried to stop McClellan, but instead the trooper says McClellan tried to run him over. That was when the trooper opened fire on the suspect and the suspect took off on foot. Later last night, witnesses say they saw someone who looked like the suspect near Goss Grocery on State Road 109. That was what led to his arrest. Right now, police are holding Anthony McClellan in the Noble County Jail. Even prior to yesterday's excitement, he was wanted on warrants of possession of meth, domestic battery, and theft. Police from Markle and officers in Allen County are still looking for the man who led them on a high-speed chase last night. The suspect ended up crashing into a pond at Coventry Court West Apartments just off of Getz Road. After searching the vehicle, the only thing police found inside was a dog. Sources told News Channel 15 it all started when police were investigating someone using counterfeit money at a business. A 19-year-old in Warsaw is facing burglary charges after police say he broke into a funeral home and tried to steal children's DVDs. Witnesses told police a man on a motorcycle was acting strangely outside a convenience store in Leesburg. He took off, but officers ended up finding him inside Mishler Funeral Home. They identified him as Austin Gringle. He came out of a broken window, and that was when police arrested him. Officers say his odd behavior prompted them to test him for drugs and alcohol. Those results are still pending. Ewing Street in downtown Fort Wayne is now a two-way street. Crews made that change this afternoon that'll allow them to keep working on a roundabout that'll connect Ewing, Fairfield, Superior, and Wells Streets. Ewing will remain a two-way street even after construction is done. That work should wrap up by the end of November. After 40 years of selling home decor, gifts, and accessories, the owner of the Rustic Hutch are closing their doors for good. Co-owner Bill Bodecker told the Greater Fort Wayne Business Weekly that the decision to close has been more than a year in the making. Bodecker will turn 66 next month and says he just doesn't have the passion for it like he used to. Rustic Hutch employs about 40 people at its Jefferson Point and Pine Valley stores. The going out of business sale will start on August 15th.